Hi everybody, thank you for joining me for this week's question and answer video. My name is David, I'm a life coach, and I hope I'm making these videos, I hope to help you guys learn from your experiences to heal and recover from your traumas. Give me a chance, ask questions, let me know. What I'm doing is, for those of you who are new here, welcome to this, and welcome to the channel. And this video, this is a weekly question and answer video. I'm answering people's questions from last week's video. Today, I encourage all of you to go down below and ask me anything you want, and I'll answer it in next week's question and answer video next Monday. If you think I'm benefiting you or could benefit someone else, if you haven't already, I encourage you, please subscribe to the channel, vote up or down, share this with somebody else. Thank you very much. So, something I started recently was a petition to stop narcissistic online bullying. I'd really appreciate, for those of you who have not signed, to consider signing it. There's a link down below in the comment section and description box. Touch the link, follow it, sign it. That's it. Takes 2 seconds. Literally. Touch 2 buttons. Takes 2 seconds. Please consider doing it. It's to help people have better lives, to save people from taking their own lives. Over 4,000 young people take their own lives every year here in America from this. And there's thousands and thousands more of children and kids and young people and old people that are taking their lives because of this. So if you could just touch 2 buttons for 2 seconds, you might be saving people's lives and making it better, making our lives better for you and me, okay? They say it's over 70% of people have been reported bullied. 100% have been stalked. All of you. You've been stalked and you don't even know it. So let's fight this stuff and stand up to bullies by signing the petition. Thank you very much. I recommend something every single week for you guys to help from your experiences, to heal from your traumas and stuff like this. And this week I'm going to recommend a product from Amazon called Light Therapy Lamp. It's a lamp. It's a square lamp about this size, and there's different ones. This one I'm recommending is a rectangle one about this big. It's 1,000 or 10,000 lux. It's bright, but it's UV free, safe for your skin and your eyes, okay? This is something to brighten up your day. With winter coming and you guys may be experiencing some depression, stuff like this can really benefit you. It really does. It can increase happiness and vitamins and stuff in your life. So, while you're working, studying, cooking, anything, have this light in your life and it'll help you have a better day, better life, okay? It's got different functions. It's for under $40 on Amazon. Like I said, there are different ones, other ones, and you guys get the idea, right? And it boosts your mood and energy, reduce shift work fatigue, and support a healthy sleep cycle. Anybody who uses one of these, let me know what you think. How's it work for you? I have not. I've done things like tanning and stuff like that in the winter, and it always makes me feel better. So I imagine this really works. Let me know for any of you who have tried it, and let me know any of you who do try it. Thank you. All right, let's get into the questions. First one's from Sydney. No, first one's from Paul in Sydney, Australia. I spent a year and a half working on myself after leaving a 7-year relationship with a woman diagnosed with BPD. 5 months ago, I entered a new relationship only to realize she more than likely has NPD. The red flags were so subtle, but were there nonetheless, and I'm proud of myself for ending the relationship. She triangulated me after 5 months instead of tolerating 5 years of abuse. Tried to talk to my mother about it, yet the concept of abusive women is still lost on her. Very sad. You wrote that. Paul wrote that. Very sad. He's sad about that. I guess my question would be, is it normal to feel sorry for my abuser? And also, is there something I can do for chronic fatigue I've been experiencing since leaving the abuser? I will answer your 2 questions first, and then I have to acknowledge something that's jumping out at me, screaming at me. First of all, I'm sorry for your experiences, Paul, both of them. I'm sorry. It's awful. Got to start feeling better. Number 1 way is talking. We need help. Okay, we need help with this. You reached out to your mother and she didn't help you. She probably doesn't know how, but she could have done something. Is it normal to feel sorry for my abuser? It's something that I normally hear. Yeah, it is. It's a weird concept. I'm not going to say it's a normal thing to feel sorry for everyone that hurts us and abuses us. No. But when we have a long, tumultuous relationship with them that might be codependent, it is typical to feel sorry for our abusers. They're sick. They're messed up, Paul. We may even identify with how sick and messed up they are, with their trauma. something in common, something to identify with. It's beautiful to have compassion for your abuser, though. Don't ever stop that, Paul. Don't ever stop having compassion for our abusers, to understand how sick they are and how bad their childhood was and how bad they feel inside and how not self-reliant they are and can't take care of themselves and dependent on others, all this stuff. That's good to have compassion for them, Paul. I mean it. Don't ever stop. Try to have some compassion for yourself. I have a lot of compassion for people who abuse people. I do. I know how, I've learned how sick they feel, how bad their life is to abuse people. But I have a whole hell of a lot more compassion for the people that they ruin around them, the people they hurt around them, like you, Paul. Something you can do for chronic fatigue. This is very common with trauma. It's stress. Massive, massive stress over time causes chronic fatigue. A lot of people tell you to work out more. That's not necessarily true. People like us, we have a certain amount of energy supply, and we need to be very aware and mindful of where we spend it. Sometimes working out makes us feel worse, but we got to raise our heart rate and work out a little bit. Don't work out too much, Paul. Be careful of that, and don't work out at night. You can take an adrenal gland relaxer. Go on Amazon and find a natural adrenal gland relaxer. Cortisol Ease is a great one. That should help. But we need to eliminate stress from our lives, Paul. And if you're having these kind of relationships, the other relationships you have might be adding a little stress we can't quite identify. Possibly, typically. So we need to eliminate stress, and we need to get better sleep. Okay? You need better sleep, and there's tons of different things you can do for better sleep. And I have a video called Sleep Hygiene in my Healing cptsd playlist, if you'd like to go look at that. Number one is, though, we have to heal, Paul. We have to heal from our experiences, our whole life, our past, find out exactly who we are and what we want, stuff like this. The part that jumps out at me is that your mother can't understand the concept of abusive women. It's still lost on her. That doesn't make any sense, Paul. It doesn't make any sense. And we don't need mom to understand that. We need mom to be there for you. So I'm guessing that her not understanding abusive women means that she doesn't have to be there for you. I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. And you even said very sad. It is very sad. It's very sad that mom can't be there for you. It's very sad that, as far as her not understanding abusive women, it's not a concept. It's a real thing. Men abuse and women abuse, just the same. Okay? So I don't understand how she doesn't understand that. But I have to tell you, Paul, that the reason we have relationships like this is because of our childhood, because of our parenting, because of the first two people we attached to in life. The first two relationships we had in life sets the mode. Yeah? And if you're still doing it, still having bad relationships, there's something we need to fix from childhood. That's just my opinion. I share it with many other professionals about this. But just my opinion, something to look into, Paul. Okay? Because everything's normal, everything's typical that you're saying. And I hope I answered your questions. Please let me know. But what isn't typical or normal is that mom doesn't understand abusive women. I don't understand that. She doesn't know women abuse. And let me tell you something else, that a parent neglecting the child's emotional needs is abuse. Just want to throw that out there, Paul. Thank you. Let me know. Nessa from the United Kingdom. Hello, Nessa. Such a safe place here for so long for me. I had so many questions for so long. I believed it would never finish, but it did, thanks to my lighthouse man, David. I'm proof it gets better. Increasing self-awareness is paramount. It is. Thank you, Nessa, for saying that. Very, very much. Thank you. It's been an honor to watch you grow. Thank you for allowing me to be a small, little, tiny part in your journey. Thank you. All right. Next one. Willa. I think Willa's from New Jersey. You have helped many people, David. Great video. Thank you, Willa. Always great to see you. Willa's been with us for years. Rose. I think Rose is from the United Kingdom. All I ask, by the way, is that you guys give us your locations. Tell us where you are. Thanks for answering. It didn't and doesn't feel like abuse. I felt nervous. I was shy. I had no confidence, and I didn't go into detail here, but I had a lot of worry, which is why I like to be settled. No change. It doesn't feel abusive because I know my mom had problems which were understandable. We still talk Same with my dad, as much as I can see, not right back in the day, you go on with it. And so we're not persecuting our parents when we identify that they're abusive. Okay? It's just we need to know. And we don't need to come up with excuses right away. And we don't need to internalize it and say it was us. Look, Rose, we have emotional needs that are the most important thing in our life. We need emotional security, emotional attention, emotional autonomy, emotional privacy, and many other, emotional connection. If you're married to a disgusting, unhealthy, abusive man who doesn't meet any of these needs, it's because you didn't have them met in childhood. There you go. That's it. If you have them met in childhood, we don't enter relationships where they're totally neglectful and abusive and we don't have these met. It just doesn't happen. It's like petting a cat the wrong way. What happens? Yeah. Do it to us? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Do you see that? I'm not trying to say your parents are bad people. I'm trying to say they failed you. And we all fail in life. They failed. Miserably. To have you in relationships like you are currently in now. At our age. Okay? Miserably failed you. And that's called neglect. And neglect is abuse. Gloria, don't know where you're from. Let us know next time. Hi, Gloria. So true. We are all learning over again what we forgot as toddlers. To communicate with feelings as words were not yet in our vocabulary. Like the animal kingdom sending strong feelings to make known what it is we want. Well, that's my take on it. I am a true believer in mental telepathy. After all, we are all energy. Another great video. Thanks, David. Thank you, Gloria, very much. And I just want to, we didn't forget this stuff. We weren't ever taught this stuff. Because it's not just a lesson. Like at school, you have different grades and then you have different, topics and then you have different work and stuff you do. Yeah, it's your whole childhood. It's the most important. It's what we use every day, all the time. And so we were neglected. We weren't taught. We weren't taught what we needed to learn, what we needed to know, and we aren't born knowing it. We're 100% dependent, reliant on our parents to teach us these things, and if we enter adulthood and we don't know them, we weren't taught them. We didn't just forget. Thank you for what you said, Gloria. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. Hello, David. Can you please talk more about ghosting and how much it affects us in a really big way? Yeah, I've talked a lot about ghosting, so I'm not going to dive all the way into it. I understand what you're asking me, Rory. It's psychologically damaging. Closure is telling someone the truth. It's over. I want this over because I'm not in love with you anymore, because I'm not attracted to you anymore, because there's someone else, because I can't take the kind of frustration and stress this causes me. It's over. I don't want this anymore. And that truth sets the other person free and the person giving it. It's like, now we can heal. The grieving can start. We can shut the door. When someone ghosts you, you don't know. You're left to decide what happened on your own. And the typical kind of people who ghost happen to also be abusive and neglectful. And so after a neglectful or abusive relationship is over, we already have a lot of things that we're probably internalizing and have to heal from and feel ashamed of and guilty about. And now this person just bounced and leave and didn't tell us anything, left for us to fill in all the dots. And a depressive mind will sure as hell fill in those dots. They'll do it very well, and they will always be negative. And it'll be my fault. I'm a bad person. I don't deserve to be loved. I don't deserve the kind of respect to be given closure and this kind of stuff. And I may never start grieving. I know people that are waiting for their abusers to come back for like 2 years. No, they always do this. I know, but not for 2 years, huh? Usually for 2 days. Yeah, but they'll come back eventually. I mean, wow. No grieving, no healing. Just stuck right there. Okay, it can be extremely damaging. I hope I pointed out a couple reasons why, Rory. Thanks for asking. Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. My question is, did I do it all over again because it feels so familiar, begging people to love me no matter what the cost? That's exactly what I did with my ex, Narcissist. Am I right? I don't know, Victoria. I know you got another question later here soon. There's not very many more. And let me get to that question and let me see if it relates to that, so I have more information. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. Is In one of your latest posts, you dealt with the issue of choosing the family when we grew up as opposed to belonging to the family where we are born. And in the commentary, you told me the importance of belonging and how horrible it is not to belong to. Could you please explain more the idea of belonging? Yeah, I mean, Salema, we have to feel like we belong in our family, and we have to feel like we belong in society. And it all starts here first, right? We have to be comfortable with ourselves and who we are and stuff like this. But in the family, we don't know who we are. And we have to feel like we belong. And the feeling of belong helps meet our emotional needs. Okay, so you always including a child, always letting them know what's going on. Kind of like the youngest child is kind of left out with information and doesn't know as much of what's going on in the family and stuff. They may feel like they don't belong as much. Feeling like we belong in a family offers safety and security. We are social creatures. There's nothing more important than belonging. There's nothing more important than having a group of people that we belong to, whether it's work or something we do after work, and sports, a team, whatever it is. A small little social group of you and 3 other ladies get together every Wednesday night outside on the back deck and talk about what happened throughout the week. It is vitally important. Because without people, all we're doing is trying to stay alive. And we can't. We can't even stay alive without other people. It's amazing how social we are. So a sense of belonging helps us feel safe. It helps us feel secure. And it helps life be interesting. It helps us grow. It helps our relationships grow, have meaning and purpose, all of this stuff. It helps meet our emotional needs. Some of our emotional needs might be belonging to a group, having a role in that group, being needed, necessary. See that? We are necessary, all of us, guys. And I know a lot of us don't feel like it sometimes, but every single little tiny thing in this universe is necessary. It's here for a reason. Find out what yours is, and you decide that, okay? But we need to belong somewhere. We need to be in a group, in a family, and stuff like this. And if we have a family we don't feel like we belong to, awful, awful, awful. And that's where I go, hey, we choose our own family. We aren't stuck with the one we were born into. I hope I answered your question, Slama. Let me know, please. Thanks. And here's Victoria again from the Bay Area. So I think maybe your other question relates to this. I think I did it again. After I left my ex-narcissist, I had to go to my sister's house to recover from a stroke she took. She took good care of me. The house was so full of love. Things got bad really quick. I was mentally and physically abused. She gathered my family together and told them lies about me. I no longer have mother, nieces, nephews, sisters, brothers. They all walked away. I took your advice and got therapists. The holidays are coming up and I'm falling apart. I think I need more than a therapist. I think I need a psychiatrist because my head is in a dark place and I can't find the light. I'm so sorry, Victoria. I'm really sorry to hear this, to read this. I hope you're okay. You are okay, Victoria. Just let you know. You're okay. You just don't feel it. Major experience in our life. You just lost your whole family and you lost an abuser that you're still connected and attached to, I'm sure. I'm sorry, Victoria. If you need a psychiatrist, if you need medicine to feel better, that's what it's for, okay? Go talk to a doctor and tell them how you feel and do what they tell you to do. I'm really sorry, Victoria. You're going to get better. You're capable of healing. Your other question, is this the reason I did it? Let me go back to it. Here we go. My question is, did I do it all over again because it feels so familiar, begging people to love me? Yeah, well, I mean, we have emotional needs, okay? And there's a way of going about getting them met. I'm not going to say there's only one way, but there's a way of going about getting it met. And how you learned is is the only way you know. Okay, so Victoria, one of the first things I have my clients do, that the ones I feel need to, is can you make a deal with yourself that we're not going to date anybody until we're healed and we know what a good relationship is. Not just I feel better and I go find another abuser. I feel better and I find another abuser. I feel better and I find someone right away. It's always right away. Sometimes you guys wait a couple years and stuff, I know. But then we don't do anything. We didn't find a therapist. We didn't do the self-work they said. We didn't do anything. And we just waited until we felt better. And then, oh, I want somebody. And I dated somebody. And they started neglecting me and I saw red flags. But hey, I've been single for 2 years and I've never had anything good or better anyway. I'll keep trying, keep hoping, keep investing. What people do to you is their fault, not yours. You're just not protecting yourself, Victoria. So number one, stay safe. And once you learn how to do that, things get a lot better. But we've got to learn how to stay safe emotionally, not just physically, okay? You can't just keep letting people hurt you over and over and over again. And what I mean is by finding out how to stay safe while still having relationships, while having your emotional needs met, not learning how to stay safe by isolating at home, not talking to anybody, okay? There's a lot that you might be doing that's not healthy, that's getting you into these situations. And yes, it's from your child programming. It's the first relationship you had. What was it like? Kind of like this one, right? Things need to change, Victoria, and there's professionals out there to help you. I know how to help people with this, okay? And if you feel like you need medicine, that's what it's for. And if you do take medicine, Victoria, I would highly recommend talking to someone while you're taking it, and someone that works with you, someone that understands these drugs and which ones you're taking, and have a plan, for God's sakes. I don't know anybody on psychiatric drugs that ever has a plan. I ask them all, well, how long are you going to take this for? I don't know. Oh, okay. So we're going to take antidepressants for 15 years. I mean, why? Oh, because, 5 years ago I had this bad experience and I haven't really felt happy since. You're not gonna. Not on an antidepressant. You can call them anti-happy pills. But drugs are there for you, hopefully temporary. Have a plan and really do the work and get better so we can get off the pills or feel better, okay? I'm sorry, Victoria, that you did it again. Be easy on yourself. It's not your fault what people have done to you. Just learn your part in it and keep yourself safe. We need to learn how to stay safe. Number one, how about that? Number one lesson, learn how to stay safe. How about that? Thank you. I'm sorry, Victoria. Salema from France again. Oh, no, I went backwards. Let's go back to where we were. Here we go. Hi, David. It's Carol from Daytona Beach. Hi, Carol. My question might be off the topic, per se, but do you believe in karma? Every narcissist that I encounter with, all the hell, silent treatment, flying monkey, gossip, BS that they love to do, I tell family and friends or whoever about what happened, and everybody, I mean everybody, the first thing they say is, don't worry, karma. So I don't believe in karma like a lot of you guys believe in it. It's not some magical, mysterious force that comes back and ruins your life 3 times fold, depending on what you did to someone else. No, I don't believe in karma. Any of you out there that thinks your abuser is happy, okay, that isn't already living in karma, if you don't understand that, you totally don't understand life, why we're here. You don't. You can't. You can't possibly understand emotional needs, relationships, love, and all this really well and think that someone who lives by abusing and hurting people could ever be happy, content, comfortable. They're getting everything they need and want all the time. Oh, they're God, they must be so happy. They're right on to the next person. You're missing the point of life. And that's pretty serious, isn't it? Missing the whole point of life. I mean, what if you're 50 and 60, 70 years old and you've missed the whole point of life? That's pretty sad. I would learn what the point of life is. And it doesn't have anything to do with someone who's diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. That's for sure. Because they haven't just missed it. They're on a completely different road. Okay? And if we have relationships with people like this long term, we don't understand the point of life. We're not getting it. And if afterwards we're wondering, God, how can someone live like this and do all these bad things, be happy, and just, nothing bad happens to them? And I've heard it all. Nothing bad happens to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole point of their life is just hurting people and feeling great about it. And it's glorious for them. No, it's miserable. Insecure, hurt, pain, confusion, lost, scared, fears. That's daily, all the time. They just ignore it. They reject it by smiling and acting like I'm perfect. or they dive into it for attention and feel sorry for me because they can't do anything about it. They don't know. Karma, if I drive 120 miles an hour without my seatbelt on, what's my karma? Eventually, I'm going to fly through the windshield and die, right? What do you call that? If you want to call it karma, I believe in karma. If it's because he did it one time and then 3 years later, look, someone came across and did that. I mean, come on. No, nothing mysterious, nothing weird, no energy, no nothing. It's if I live my life the wrong way, wrong things will happen. If I live my life badly, bad things will happen. If I live my life good, good things happen. That's it. That's it. And if we believe in some mysterious force and think that people like this are happy and so, we've missed the point in life. Our teachers failed us miserably. Find out what the point of life is, your life, okay? Because it's not about sex, it's not about cars, money, partying, fun, happy, nice. It's not what it's about. Rose, how did you get rid of the horrible anger? How did you know I had it? It's in waves, sudden feeling of anger and tension. You feel paranoid at times. There's no logical reason. I know. Okay, so there is logical reason. Okay, Rose? So emotions open and close. And so if you're really angry at 10 years old and at 11 and 12 and 13, which you probably were, but you weren't allowed to express it, it stays open forever. And then we lose the source. I'm trying to be quick here. And so at 50, 60, I'm still angry. But I don't realize it. I lack self-awareness. But when it really surfaces because somebody pushes me a little bit, then I get super angry. Why am I so angry? Because you're still pissed off from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Still angry. Doesn't go anywhere until we express it. So how do I get rid of it? Finally express it, Rose. I hope it helps just typing it out and telling me here. But the problem is, Rose, you have people in your life that don't care. You have people in your life that don't want to hear it. Aren't interested. Shut up. We have to tell people. We have to express it. Describe it. Write down what you're angry about. Write down, if you don't know, write down what it feels like and describe it. My blood is boiling. My skin is crawling. I just want to... And this is healthy. You may not want to be violent in front of other people, okay? But mom telling you to go beat your pillow up is great. Don't do it in front of your boyfriend or girlfriend, though. Might scare them, okay? So we express it, we describe it, we tell people. Working out is a good one for anger because anger really is a motivational emotion, isn't it? I mean, anger really makes you do stuff. That's why your fear of abandonment girlfriend or boyfriend only cares about one emotion, anger. That means you'll do something. You angry? Like they could just totally screw you over so badly and be like, "Are you angry? You mad at me?" No? Okay. Well, who cares that I'm upset, crying, I want to, God. But no, I'm not mad at you. Okay, good. Bye. That's all they care about, because then you might break up with me. You might do something to me, right? So do something with that anger, physically. Get it out. Beat something up. Exercise is always a good one, Rose, okay? I hope that helps. Try to identify the source. We have to start learning how to process emotions, okay? And we didn't. So we have emotions from a long time ago. It's just like a drug addict. A drug addict uses drugs for 20 years and suppresses every single anger and happiness and all these emotions, suppress, because they can't deal with it. They use drugs to detach themselves from it. But once you stop taking drugs, there's all your emotions. You can talk to drug addicts and alcoholics. They're like, it's so overwhelming. It's amazing. I can't take it. I don't even know what they're from or why. Or yeah. Say, this one's from 19 years ago. This one's from 17 years ago. This one's from 12 years ago. This one happened yesterday. This one, Okay, so we have to start learning how to process emotions. That's all, guys. Thank you very much. That's it for the question and answer videos this week. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe, share, comment down below. Let me know what you think of my answers. Keep a dialogue going and let's learn. Let's heal. Let's recover, okay? Okay, thank you guys very much. Try to have a nice week. All right, I'll see you next Monday, and love yourself first. Bye-bye.